and welcome. Today, I and my guests will be discussing about a great program that's geared towards helping you with energy-related services. This program is available to homeowners and renters. I am Queen Carberry Banda. With me in the studio is Susan Starkey and Rosemary Callie, both from Faith Communities Environmental Network, here to discuss about Energy Cafe program. So before we dive into the program, Energy Cafe, may we please get further introductions from you? May we start with your involvement with the organization?
Sure. Well, I'm Rosemary Carey from Falmouth, and I am an environmental organizer and a freelance writer. And I got involved with this program because I knew Susan Starkey as co-director of Faith Communities Environmental Network. And she made us aware of a grant opportunity to do energy efficiency literacy and help people access energy services from Mass Save through Cape Light Compact and National Grid. So that's our grantors.
Well, I'm on the board of the Cape Cod Climate Change Collaborative, as is Rosemary, and Maggie Downing from Cape Light Compact is also on that board. And so she was letting us know for much of 2022 that Mass Save was going to hopefully have a grant program. And I thought, we want to apply because FCEN, which is the Faith Communities Environmental Network, so we can just use the acronym FCEN, is dedicated to fostering environmental protection on Cape Cod and the islands, our sacred Wampanoag homeland. And we really care about how people can engage in ways in their own personal lives as well as collectively that we can make a difference with climate change. But actually making a difference with your energy usage makes all the difference in the world. So, and it also helps out people with their bills and just their sense of overwhelm with the costs. I mean, the energy is just, costs have just risen. So it's like a double win from FCEN's perspective. Let's help people, especially in the environmental justice communities that we have on Cape Cod and the islands, and help the environment.
What is the program? What is Energy Cafe? How does it work?
So Energy Cafe is an educational outreach program through the faith communities on Cape Cod. We're considering this a pilot program. We're focused on faith communities in Falmouth and Barnstable. And we're bringing energy education to people where they are, in the places where they worship or their neighborhoods. So we thought it was important to go through the faith communities because they're our neighbors, they're fellow congregants, and so the program relies on energy ambassadors, volunteers from the faith community, to first of all get educated on energy, what is energy efficiency and what are the opportunities to reduce energy in your home, and then bring that information to the community, mostly during coffee hours after services. So it's very comfortable. We keep it simple and just talk to people neighbor to neighbor, answer their questions, and ask them to sign up for a no-cost home energy assessment, which is the gateway to all the very generous services, weatherization services, other rebates and incentives that are available to you.
So this is one concrete way that people can address their economic woes, is by saying, let's get our home or our apartment, this is for renters as well as for homeowners, let's get the help and the resources that we need. So we also wanted to be able to be helpful to people and help them overcome any hurdles that they're saying, I don't know, that's too much work, I don't feel like giving them a call, I don't know how to do this. And we can say, well, within your faith community, you can have a trusted person that you already know to say, this works, this is not, nobody's trying to pull anything over on you. This is legitimate services that you deserve. You pay your electricity bill, you deserve these services. So let us work together and help you.
Could you talk to us about the reaction of the people so far?
We're so gratified when we hold these cafes There so far have all been occurring during the regular coffee hour. So we respect that. People, especially during COVID, they need to see their friends and family and so on, and just relax after their services. And the welcome has been so warm, and people thank us when we're done, and everyone seems very pleased. What happens with an energy assessment is that someone comes to your home and immediately looks at your furnace for safety and is it efficient, and we'll note that. Then they go around your home and look for opportunities to cut energy. So they may see drafts coming from windows or attics that are not insulated adequately. And they'll go all around and then give you a report, not on the spot. Mine most recently came same day later in a PDF. And that's your report with recommendations. So for many people, that can be confusing, and that's another way that energy ambassadors can help people that they met at these cafes to help understand them. And an important part of our program is that we want to expand to non-native English-speaking communities. And so we did write into the grant funding for translators, and we're also reaching out to local high schools, to students who may be seeking service hours, on who can help us interpret or just reassure people that this wonderful thing that we're offering for free is really, no cost. It's not a come on.
So far, this program has been through, or you've been meeting people, holding these sessions in churches. So for those who do not attend a church, how else? How can they join? How can they be part of this movement?
It is available to everybody who pays an energy bill already. So anyone can call Cape Light Compact or National Grid if you are a gas customer. Virtually every senior center and or service center, like the Falmouth Service Center, anyone is eligible to get this. It's a little trickier for people who rent, because if they're in an apartment building, they might have to, anyone who rents has to get permission from or sign off from their landlord. But it all is possible, and by connecting with Cape Light Compact and or National Grid, you don't need us. You don't need us in order to do that.
Okay.
But we will want to expand this, and you might want to speak more to that, but expand it beyond this grant.
Yes, yes. So we had a certain goal of households or businesses, apartments to reach, and we're really close to meeting that goal. And so from there, there's still work to do in Falmouth and Barnstable for sure. There are other faith congregations that we're talking to already. I mentioned the Brazilian and Spanish masses, the Falmouth Jewish congregation. So we have a lot of work to do. But we do want to expand it up and down the Cape, and we've had requests from people in Brewster and Harwich and even Plymouth that want to replicate this program. So we're trying to make it as turnkey as possible, that any congregation can get training. We had a Zoom session where Cape Light Compact representatives trained us on how to talk about energy efficiency. And then we have literature and sign-up forms and so on. So really any congregation can run with it. And so the 8 or so energy cafes that we've done so far have been an amazing learning experience. So we're refining the program all the time.
Will this program be a regular program on the Cape?
Within FCEN, we will, and we've got 40 different members. So after the grant, we will continue to take it forward as different faith communities want to. But what would be really wonderful as an outcome of this is that more faith communities join us, so that then we can help them, because we tend to just share best practices. So that's how it expands. There's nobody who will be in charge of the program after the grant. there'll be no more funded, kind of position for it. But if faith communities will join us, then, and joining us just means letting us know that you're interested in signing up and coming to our meetings once a month if you can. But then we can share all the tools and everything that Rosemary's creating. And we have members from Provincetown to Bourne and, all up and down the Cape.
And by the way, how do you measure success in this program?
Yeah, so success, first of all, is meeting our goal, what we committed to in the grant application. And I think that was signing on 100 customers for a home energy audit. But for Susan and the faith communities and myself, it's really important that we do reach communities that Mass Save, our Mass Save sponsors, Cape Light Compact and National Grid, have told us they're trying to reach, is environmental justice communities, communities that are income challenged, communities of color, and non-native English speakers. So that's our next big challenge. And when we can have more successes there, then I think that we can spike the football.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you to both of you for coming into our studios to discuss this lovely program. And I'm sure for those who are interested, they have acquired enough information to know where to find you, what the program is about, and what to expect.